Howdy, and welcome to Lead to Grow, Part 2, Module 2, and Lesson 5 on Purpose. In this lesson, let's explore the power of purpose. Most leaders would love to infuse some power into their teams. Well, it turns out that one of the big benefits to a clearly articulated and communicated purpose is empowered people. And empowered people are connected to their organization's purpose and enjoy meaningful work. In addition to empowering your people, having a clear organization purpose has at least two more powerful benefits. The first powerful benefit is intentionality. Successful organizations are intentional. When a worthy leader lives out a worthy cause, which is the purpose, and consistently communicates that purpose, people in the organization get really intentional. When they clearly understand why they're pursuing the strategies, tactics, and performance goals that they are responsible for, they can make every action and count with their time and talent. This kind of intentionality also empowers your people to govern themselves. They put the team accomplishment ahead of what they can accomplish personally. In other words, sacrificing personal goals. It sets clear boundary lines for decision making, and your employees won't be overwhelmed or distracted by the constant change going on at warp speed all around them in the workplace, the marketplace, and even their personal lives. They'll have more clarity about what to do and when to do it. This is a great quote from Friedrich Nietzsche when he said, "He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how." The second powerful benefit is profits. How? By preserving the core and stimulating progress. Even though, according to Collins and Perez definition, the purpose of a company is beyond just making money, purpose driven companies usually make more money than more purely profit driven companies. In Built to Last book by Collins and Perez, they dig into the historical performance of hundreds of the United States' most successful corporations, many dating back to 1800s. Here is their conclusion. Paradoxically, the visionary companies make more money than the more purely profit driven companies. In search to understand what created visionary organizations, Collins and Perez place each company into one or three categories. First, great and visionary companies who were extraordinary, enduring companies. Secondly, good companies. These are the comparison companies that were in similar industries as the visionary companies, but fell short of the visionary companies. And third are the average companies, reflecting the average stock market. The authors contrasted the three types of companies by showing what your investment in 1926 would grow to in 1990. And here's what they found. From 1926 to 1990, your investment in the good companies would have earned two times more than the general or the average stock market, which is pretty good. But your investment in the great visionary companies would have been 15 times greater than the average stock market. Wow. So, what made these great visionary companies different? Well, one, they preserved the core. The organization's core ideology was fanatically protected and never changed. The second was stimulating progress by endlessly adapting their business and operating profits and practices. They are driven by change, innovation, and improvement. Over time, these visionary companies change almost everything: policies, procedures, product lines, competencies, organization structure, reward systems, strategies, tactics, and performance go. But the one thing that they did not change was their core ideology. And what do you think Collins and Perez define as their core ideology? That equation is core values plus purpose. The shocking fact that visionary companies are generally more ideologically driven and less purely profit driven. I certainly saw the power of purpose in my own business. Prior to 2011, when I sold my business to a publicly traded company, my team and I knew we were doing meaningful work. At our company, our purpose was customers for life. We worked hard and in some cases, long hours, but we had lots of fun in the process. Why? Because we felt like we were part of something great, something greater than any one person. We enjoyed being part of a champion team, and we helped create a first-class culture, a culture where people were not just committed to the leaders, but most of all, to each other, which led to a great commitment to the company's purpose. We didn't waste time on anything that didn't fit our organization's purpose. Not surprisingly, when we got crystal clear about who we were and why we existed, extraordinary results followed. Once you consider tapping the power of purpose to propel your organization faster and further than you ever dreamed? In this lesson, we have been exploring the power of purpose. Do your people work hard and have fun doing so? What do you think about the most? What do you talk about the most with your employees? Have you considered a purpose-centered approach? Well, if you would, is to write down 1, 2, hopefully maybe 3 action items that you would like to take today from this lesson. And this concludes Lead to Grow Lesson 5 on Purpose.